forth, and Wilson will help me big time commentate. In the mid game, I'll be very focused, but I'll be trying to commentate as much as I want. Yep. So yeah, the category is all cells, no restrictions. We'll talk about that, and we can go. So can we get a countdown from the crowd? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Here we skip the prologue. 3 seconds after we get the thing. We start, and then code to change Ori's color. So Ori is a Metroidvania platformer, which means on top of being a platformer, we're for now deprived of all cool movement tech. So we're just gonna jump around and move, and we will collect skills and abilities that will improve our speed and ability to traverse and collect things. Now, the first thing we're gonna pick up is Sign, which is our main character helping Ori. The guide, if you will. Here it is. And here the story pretty much starts. We have Sign telling us about the forest, how it became blind, you know, and yeah.
So Sign is also going to give us our basic attack that we're going to see here.
There you go. Here we skip a map. So now that we have Sign, we're on the way to wall jump, the first ability. There's a bunch of precise platforming in the way. And I will start setting up my health. As you can see, the UI is off, which means I don't see my resources unless I turn it on. But all dialogues are skipped automatically.
So coming up, we're going to have a small glitch called a ghost door, where we are intentionally going to put keys in a key door, save and kill ourselves in order to pass through the key door before it's actually opened.
Place the keys to the door, save, and I'm through.
Nice.
Now, very, very difficult jump. Hope I don't die. There we go. Cool.
Also, what we're doing during this first segment is routing our experience in order to get a time level up, which is going to speed us up a little bit as we progress.
Okay, I got it now. Health. As you can see, all dialogue is skipped. So we got these 2 keystones, but we're not going to use them for the door that they're intended for. We'll just skip that section. And I'm very low on experience. Yes, that's better. Ah.
Nice.
Okay, I got the level up.
Yeah.
That's what matters. And here it is, wall jump. 6-second cutscene, and then we can get a wall jump. Now, a quick thing about wall jump. It's not about jumping between walls, like Super Mario, but it's about wall jumping on the same wall, and like this. And when we see me doing a backflip on a wall, that means I'm doing it with a neutral input on the frame I touch the wall. So that allows me to save some time. It's a bit technical. I won't go too much into it, but it's very neat.
So now that we have wall jump, we're going to be making our way to the next skill tree, which is dash. Dash is found in one of the new areas introduced in the definitive edition of the game, called Blackroot Burrows. And yeah, we're just making our way there now. But we probably have time for 1 or 2 donations while we're just making our way there.
Alright, we got a lot of donations coming in.
Nice.
So we get $50 anonymous donation just saying Ori.
Ori indeed.
$10 from Talis saying greetings from the US. Just wanted to donate during the Horu run for a great cause. Such a beautiful game with such a sad story. Good luck on the run.
Thank you very much.
So
yeah,
coming
sorry.
up here, we're gonna have a trick. This is Save Anywhere, where we open the menu, but we also regain control. And this allows us to enter a cutscene trigger
Messed up.
and level up an ability which auto-saves the game, which means we can just skip the cutscene that way when we reload the save file.
Yeah. Because the game, as soon as the cutscene starts, flags it as done.
Yeah.
Because we're past it.
So now we're in Blackroot Burrows, which, as I said, is one of the new areas. And it's very dark. And unfortunately, there's not that much we can do to speed up during this segment. We're just
Sticky
actually gonna have to.
let me disable sticky keys. Okay, I think it's good.
Oh, you can do that later. But yeah, we're just gonna have to progress through this area much the intended way. There's really not much we can do.
There you go.
There we go. And you have
Just yeah, I just died because sticky keys. I even
It's
checked for
fine.
it.
This is fine.
Sorry, guys. Okay, we're good. Professional streamer. So, let's enjoy this part of the game again. Not close at all.
Oh no.
That is rough.
Well, at least you got the save to save.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten a cycle that bad.
Yeah, Blackroot can be a rough place.
So now we dodge some insta-kill lasers. Get a bad cycle, and we're through.
Yeah, so you can probably read one more donation. If we have it.
Very low on experience. So if we don't have any donations here, I'm going to rekindle the light of this dungeon by placing this orb into this pedestal. Good, I got the cycle. And I'll skip the animation of doing that, and I'll show you how, if I don't mess this jump. Good. I'm gonna place a save, do the same thing as before, get storage during the cutscene, and save. Here I have to wait until a certain point for the game to recognize that the light is rekindled. And for some reason I have to do slow menuing here. So yeah, I have to wait. There you go. Animation is skipped, and we have dash.
Very nice.
And right now I'm going to do another trick. This is the first out of bounds we're going to see in this category. The first of many. Here I died while pulling a lever to make the door open constantly. Otherwise it would shut. Now, we get chased by this boulder, but we are going to use it in a very specific way.
Nice.
Now I'm on down below the ground, save below the ground, get this cell so I don't have to come back. Save, die, and I am in Grotto. There's a very, very difficult cycle here. I didn't get it, but it's okay. The fact that I didn't get the cycle means I have more time to reflect on my mistakes.
So coming up, we're just gonna collect one more keystone here, but then we're gonna do another ghost door where we die.
I'm setting up my health to 1 right now. Nah,
It's fine.
the bind doesn't quite work. Yeah,
That's alright.
my bind is being a bit angry.
Oh.
It's okay.
But yeah, so we're making our way down to double jump now, and as we collect double jump, we're also gonna do some blind movement on the way out. So if you can just have some silence for that.
Ah,
Nice, survive. That's what matters.
almost messed it up. It's okay. Bit of a rough double jump split, but we're good. Now that I have double jump, you can see me do this sick backflipping on the wall. That's ninja jumping. It doesn't save time, or barely does, and it's not worth going for, but I do it because it's cool. Oh,
Close.
that was close.
Yeah, this is a very complicated jump there.
There you go.
To skip the whole left side of Grotto. Now here he placed a save just before a cutscene trigger and then walked past it and rekindled his save in order to skip the whole cutscene. That's another way to skip cutscenes instead of doing the save anywhere glitch. Normally there would be a lot of rocks falling in this area, but since we skipped the cutscene, we don't have to avoid that.
Another cutscene skip, just as before. And here I'm going to jump over a slow zone. Yes, there you go. That saves a surprising amount of time. Another cutscene skip. We don't need that bridge to open, so we're not gonna let it open.
So now that we have double jump, we are making our way to the Ginso Tree. We just collected a water rain as well, so we can open it. And this is one of the more technical segments of the run, actually. It's a lot of wall climbing, dash lighting, a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. But it's not very long, so it's cool.
Do we have time for a few donations?
Yes.
All right, we got $10 from Grimelius saying,
Yo.
so cool to see your recruit at ESA. Good luck, Jitai, and remember that walls are only a suggestion.
They are.
We're all cheering you on from Discord.
Thank you very much.
And then we got Jamie Owo saying, Jamie dabbed on Jitaenow 105 times. Good luck, second best mod.
Thank you
And
for
we
that.
are only less than $40 away from actually meeting the Ori incentive, so keep it up, guys.
This was another cutscene skip, and here we're in the Ginso Tree. Nice. Green first try. Introductory cutscene. Now this is the split I'm worst at, so please
You're excused for any mistakes.
yeah. But it's also very cool. I like it. Nice. That's very tight. Now this is a skip for this puzzle room. I'm gonna save between this log and the wall, and the game doesn't really know what to do when it pushes me down.
So this is the first mini-boss in Ginso, and it's one of the few examples of RNG in the entire game, actually. The thing that's random is where this boss will spawn, and it can delay you a little bit. But yeah, you got through that very nicely.
Yeah. Now I'm setting up my health for another ghost door very soon.
Can I do a quick announcement?
Yes.
After a very incredible donation rush, the incentive has been met.
Nice.
So we are doing that ending. Thank you very much, everyone, for donating.
Amazing. That is a lot of money to charity. Thank you very much. So this is the bash ability, and it's very, very famous among people who played the game. I just get an arrow and go to the arrow.
Yeah, bash allows you to grab onto projectiles, enemies, and certain objects in the game in order to throw Ori in one direction and whatever you bash the opposite direction. There are a lot of cool things you can do with bash, and it's somewhat unique to Ori, so it's a really cool ability.
Let's see if I can get this. Cool. So this is key dupe. I'm gonna wait for another shot. I need to save here because I need to... I'll show you. So I'll get 3 keys out of 4. Place them in the door and die when the keys are in the door.
Nice.
Okay, no problem. And then the game will give me the 3 keys and place the 3 keys again in the game. And that will allow me to get extra keys. So I will get 6 keys total because I pick up 3 twice. That was scary. And I'll have 4 keys total. So saving during a dash gives me a hyperspeed that I didn't quite get, but it's okay.
And this is the second mini-boss of Ginso.
Yeah, there's not much going on here. I just collect the experience. And now I'm going to do something very cool. This is a warp displacement. This happens by teleporting to a location and standing on a physics-based platform. So now I have storage. I can play the game while menu is up. Now I gain control while this menu is up. Save and start a teleport. This will give me control while I'm teleporting. And when I tilt, the location is swapped.
Nice.
So, as you may have noticed, I skipped the water escape in Ginso. We don't need to do that, because we can do this. And we're through.
So what he used there to manipulate that projectile is called a double bash. It's a pretty precise trick where you get 2 bash arrows, and the first one will determine where you send the object that you're bashing, and the second arrow will determine where you send Ori. And that allows us to do some really cool things with enemies and projectiles.
And this is Stomp. Stomp ability, very self-explanatory. Super Mario games, most platformers have this. I just do this. So I'm gonna use it very soon. So stomping is good because it gives you more speed than just falling. Now I'm gonna do a D-bash chain, a double bash chain.
Nice.
Okay, there's a cutscene skip here, but it's not too big of a deal. This door gets closed if you don't skip the cutscene, but it's not a big deal. I don't have to come back. So here, the camera shake was because the game tried to play a cutscene that we skipped earlier. So never mind that. Now this is a pretty difficult piece of movement. There you go. It's not that difficult. I do it slowly, but yeah. Saves sometimes. Here we're avoiding a cutscene that plays under that tree and getting a cell, so killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We open this door that leads to a cell that we can't get yet, and we just ignore it and we get it later. And I'll show you how. It's very cool. Nice. Everything is good. Do not worry.
Alright, nice save.
Another cutscene skip. So now I'm going to bait one of these enemies, which are called Frankies by us. Not officially, but I bet you can see how. Bait the Frankie here, then save at the tree. Because we're now going to skip a cutscene. A very, very long cutscene.
Yeah, so since we just got Charge Flame, we're allowed to level up our abilities all the way up to Charge Dash, which we just gotten right now. And Charge Dash is arguably one of the most important level ups in the game. It allows us to do some really fast movement and glitches as well. So the first of those glitched movements we can see soon. It's called a rocket jump. What we do is, since Charge Dash automatically aims at nearby enemies, we place an enemy above us and then interrupt the Charge Dash with a jump, which preserves the speed of the charge jump. Yeah, right.
That's a rocket jump.
Yeah, those are called rocket jumps, and you're gonna see them a lot. They're really cool and really fast.
You'll see how high it goes later on.
And next we have another big trick coming up. It's called Fast Stompless. Instead of stomping the rocks above Horu to get feather, we're actually going to aim this projectile, move away to deload the environment.
That's rough. I don't know if that's... No, it's not going to make it.
Right.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, the trick is basically you move away to allow the shot to actually reach the rocks. And while we're doing that, we're also going to collect the cell, but unfortunately we didn't quite get
I messed it up once. I think it's low.
It looks a little bit low.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure it is.
Third time to charm?
Yeah. Let's just try again. I placed the safe bet because of that. I just have to wait here to unload a wall. Let's try again.
I believe in you.
Yeah, it's very precise. It's not that difficult, but I know I've been having trouble with it for a while. So hopefully I can get it soon. Yeah. Let's just take our time aiming everything. This looks good. Yeah, this should work.
There it
you go.
is.
So we just unloaded a wall and made the projectile hit the rocks instead of stomping on them. That's why it's called Stompless.
And this is going to give us feather. Now, what we also can do with charge dashes is we can chain them together. Charge dashes normally cost 1 energy, but if you interrupt it with a bash or stomp before it's finished, you actually get the energy back. So that allows us to actually use charge dash way more than it's well, intended. Charge dash cancels looks like that. And here we're going to see big rocket jump.
This is how high a rocket jump can go.
Yeah. And coming up here is a big sequence break. This is called Sorrow Bash. Normally you're supposed to have wind combined with the feather to get up here. But we're going to manipulate the birds. Nice. Yeah. To gain access earlier than what's intended.
That was harder than Stompless, by the way.
Yeah, that's way harder.
Okay, messed it up. That's the smallest rocket jump, but sometimes it doesn't work.
So now we're in Sorrow, and we're just going to collect a couple of cells before we get to Charge Jump, which is an ability to allow us to break objects above us and to move up faster.
Here I'm going to try to get a cycle. It's very, very, very precise. So if I don't feel confident, I'll stop. Should be good.
Yeah, looks good.
There you go.
Nice.
You can just go up without fearing death.
Always spooky though.
Yeah, it's always spooky.
And here's some nice charge dash action. Allow us to get over that laser.
As you can see, I'm using a lot of rocket jumps.
We're gonna do another ghost door here.
Yeah, I was a bit slow, but still. And this is charge jump.
Right, so now we have like most of the abilities that we need to finish the game and collect all the cells. We need one more ability, which is Grenade. We're gonna come up to it in a bit. But at least we can move really, really fast now in almost all directions. So we're just gonna collect one more cell here in Sorrow before we leave and go into Misty. And
I don't know why it ate my input. Okay, that was scary. And this is gonna be scary.
Oof!
Good. There you go.
Brave man. But yeah, we're also going to come up to some of the cooler clips in this category, since this category allows out of bounds. With Charge Dash, there's actually a lot you can do to go out of bounds. One of the most common ways is called a Terra Clip. What it is you you place yourself very close to a wall and Charge Dash or dash into it while saving at the same time. And then get down.
I'll just get the energy.
Yeah.
I have a very, very strict energy route here.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, you place yourself close to a wall, you dash into it and save at the same time in order to preserve the speed. Because then you just move out of the scene, die, and then when you respawn, you still have the same speed. And that'll allow you to actually pass through walls before the game can load them. We're going to see an example of this coming up. It's going to be a tricky one because we're also going to be passing through a cutscene trigger.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we're not allowed to touch the ground anymore. We're going to see how that works.
I will go through a cutscene trigger, and if I touch the ground, I will soft lock.
It's coming up here. So from this point, we cannot touch the ground. That's the save.
Oh! Barely touched the ground.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's a soft lock, but you can reload. Like it's a soft lock in the
you just
because you get input locked.
Yeah, you just lose a little bit of time. There it is.
And we're through.
Yeah, we're through.
So here we're just waiting to land into Forlorn, which is a dungeon we just skipped.
And there it is.
Now get ready for some spooky cycles.
Yeah, these lasers are insta-kill. And we have to go to Forlorn because there's a health cell we need.
Yeah.
Otherwise we wouldn't go here.
Fun fact, you can bash during many cutscenes.
That was so close. Oh god.
Everything is fine. Do not worry.
Yeah, so here
my bind is
it's fine.
iffy. So this is a mid-air Terra Clip. I C-jump and I do the same thing as usual. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
So this is the mid-game, and the mid-game goes from charge jump to a certain point later. I'll point it out. And here is going to be the most Terra Clips.
Yeah, this part of the run is really intense, and we're also going to do a lot of revisits. See, we're back in Blackroot to collect some of the cells that we couldn't or didn't want to collect earlier because it was slow. It's much faster now that we all have all the skills that we have.
Yeah. Now this is a clip that goes directly to the light grenade tree. I found this out thanks to Sigma's randomizer. Shoutouts to Sigma Sign, sorry. And it's very cool. You just drop down to the grenade.
Nice.
There you go. The timing is tight, but it's not very difficult, so it's fine.
And grenade is going to be the final skill that we collect. The main reason we get it is because there are cells that we need to collect for the category, hidden behind doors that open by throwing grenades at lanterns, just like this one. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be worth getting it.
Okay, got an energy drop. It's fine. There we go.
And
I'm gonna wait.
yeah, we're just gonna have some movement here for a little bit, so we can probably read a donation during this.
All right.
Like one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we get $50 from Trojan Jude,
Nice.
saying, "Yo, what's up, Jitai and the rest of the Ori community at ESA? This is Trojan Jude and Cuchiero here.
Yeah.
Hope you all are having a blast. It is always a fun time seeing GTA absolutely shatter this game into oblivion. Love this community so much."
Yeah. Thanks, Trojan.
Thanks, Trojan and Cutie. Another terror clip here to skip a fight room.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
We're fine.
yeah, that clip is to skip having to open a door and do a fight sequence. So we just clip it. Real nice.
Shoutouts to Lost Grove for having the worst loading times in the game. Like, they're really, really bad. Gonna need to pick up that energy.
So we're just gonna collect this cell, and there's one more cell which is underwater that we're gonna have to collect. We're actually gonna clip into it in order to only have to swim out. See, since we didn't do the water escape in Ginso, the water is still poisonous even though it looks clear. So it does damage us, so clipping into the cell.
Nice.
Nice!
This looks easy, but it's the scariest for me.
That is really precise. But yeah, clipping into it saves us a lot of health because we don't only have to swim out. Whoa. Careful.
It's
Also,
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's fine. It's fine.
And now we're going to get to the most dreadful terror clip in the run. Everyone hates it except me, apparently. So now I'm gonna fail it.
I believe in it.
So, if my bind can work, thank you. My bind doesn't work, okay.
That's fine.
There you go.
And we're in Grotto again.
That one sucks for so many reasons that I'm not gonna talk about it at all. Just appreciate the fact that I got it first try.
Yeah, so now there's going to be a lot of revisiting areas where we've already been. A lot of cool movements is going to be shown here.
This is a micro ledge. You can charge jump from them.
Yeah, normally you can't charge jump straight up from a wall, but this game, the walls in this game have micro ledges where you can actually stand, so that's nice.
Nice. So here we're coming up to probably the best clip, the most loved clip in the game. If I can do this, okay. I will collect this cell. Remember that door we opened way back to the cell that we couldn't get yet? This is the cell. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
so
so,
that
yeah, it's so smooth that we call it butterclip. Again, charge jumping from a micro ledge. So here, if I can get like a little bit of silence just for this very, very spooky rocket jump. I've been feeling it all week.
nice. Yeah, that's really spooky because the spikes that was just below him are actually insta-kill no matter how much health you have, so
Yeah.
failing that is certain death.
Nice. So here I'm going to move a rock to destroy a floor, but since that rock, maybe if I can get it, if that rock can soft lock me, if that rock falls on top of me, it can soft lock me, so I just avoid that by doing this. It doesn't save time, like 1 second maybe, but it's just for the safety. Ah.
Oh.
There you go. Here I'm gaining storage just to do a save anywhere, because I'm gonna do another terra clip. This is very easy, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I messed it up. There you go.
Nice.
Not
oh
yet.
no! You have to do it again. So close. There we go.
Okay. It's really not a hard trick. I just good. I have plenty energy. Cool. There's nothing left at the bottom for us, so I'm just gonna go back. Let's see if I can get this animation skip.
No!
Almost.
Almost.
It's okay. I am a bit low on health, so I don't know. Because this is a swim section and we still have polluted water and a bad cycle, so probably gonna have to save.
We can probably do 2 more donations during the swim, right?
Yes, yes. Please do.
Alright, we got $32.5 from Raxer saying, let's go Jitaenow. And we got $25 from Ojian Drak here.
Thank you, Richard.
Saying shout-outs from the USA. Good luck going through all the walls, GTA, and great job everyone, and have fun at ESA.
Thanks, Richard.
So here I'm placing some saves and dying so I can get my save cooldown back. So I can survive this swim. And here we go. Normally you wouldn't save, but I was low on health, so I had to. And we're through. So now There's still a slow zone, so I'm just gonna go over it if I can. Let me just... It's okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty bad, but still, no problem. Bit rough. Now, there's this glitch that works only here. If I save anywhere near here and die, I respawn above. For some reason. We have no idea why it works.
And it's only there.
I don't even know if it saves time, but I do it because it's cool. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna need some experience, but I'm good. The XP routing is very precise because I need every single last ability point to use to do clips. And that was the penultimate cell. We only need one.
Yes.
And the last one is in Horu. Now we're teleporting to Ginso and we have 13 AP. So you can guess what's going to happen.
Yeah, coming up is the most complex clip in the run. Involves some very precise timing as well as complex inputs. Here we go.
So now I'm gonna need some silence and the bind to work. Okay, whatever. I should skip the cutscene, but it's okay. We're just gonna enjoy it with the menu up. Good.
Nice.
So, can I know if the incentive has been met?
Yeah, it was.
It has?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't remember. Cool. So I'm gonna show you something now. It's not over yet. We have to skip this to out of bounds directly to the final escape. It's a bit finicky. I'm going through the tree basically. And I'll have to stop at the right time. There you go.
There you go.
So now, this is the end of the final escape. This is the end of the game. I'm going to finish the game with the menu up. We're going to call time, and right after time, I'm going to save. So normally, I would use these 2 points to save right now and skip the final cutscene. But since the incentive has been met, we will show you a very, very, very nice glitch. Do not worry, it won't have the menu on it. It just needed for saving. So, is the UI up? Okay, it's on. Cool. Sit back, relax, enjoy the final cutscene with the menu up. I can make you read the skills if you want. Check out Church Dash, it's pretty cool. And yeah, we walk. I only have to hold right now to end. I could press the button, by the way.
Alright.
Here Ori is trying to restore the light of the forest. But unexpectedly, the bird catches up and gets us. And now it's time for some motherly love. So press the button when it's time. It's have to save. And time is now. So wait a second. We are done. The run is done. The time is very good. I'm very happy with that. But now we have skipped a trigger. And so Naro is now very, very sad. And she's too sad to deal with the death of Ori. And we'll have to resort to the ultimate act, which is time traveling back through time. We will see the past events, all the cutscenes play, unfold before our very eyes for quite a long time, actually. Takes like a good minute.
But it's worth it.
It's very worth it. So that was bad ending. And now we're going to see time traveling, which is the other part. So in order to fix things, the only thing Naro can do is to go back. Almost there. There you go.
There we go.
Back to when Kuro didn't exist and Naru was holding Ori in her hands. So yes, this is the incentive. Time traveling Naru staring at the past. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure running. Shoutouts to the Ori community. The huge donations, $1,000 donated to charity for this run. Thank you very much. Shoutouts to the Ori community for donating a lot and being very, very nice. If you want to get into Ori, get into Discord. We're all happy to help. We love new runners. So hope you enjoyed the run, and I'm stoked to see the rest of the marathon. Thank you very much.